you're the Traveler.
Hey, what's with that face?
No, of course I believe you. This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe—
Oh, Sawada, for the love of— Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kinda lacking. Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to—
Actually, we don't know much about that place either.
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all—
hold on, Sawada. Don't you think—
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves—
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatarasuna, but in the end, he threw it. Apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one—
That's right. Akaba's teacher—
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder—
Yes, my thoughts exactly.
Stop shouting!
This part's important. It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the Government Records Office. Even back then, Tatarasuna was—
Wait, so there are two—
That's right! What's more—
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like—
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easy. Something then seems to have happened in the Kaida—
the Kaidahara clan.
Sawada, you left out the biggest—
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents.
Get to the point.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabukimono was—
A puppet?
Aha! Judging by the—
No! Paimon just meant—
I agree, it does. But consider—
Oh, and please read my— Sawada was encouraging— Oh, how about if I plug the hole—
Wait! You're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on—
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to—
All right, thank you.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about— Okay, then, even if we did— After all, we kicked his— If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics— Ah! Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like... the Balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see. Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida! Bad news. Did he escape or—
Sure enough, you're here.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surastana? I know you must have a lot of— It was my idea to set the Balladeer free. A deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was— Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down? But about you, Nihita. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us!
As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position. Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond.
Wait a second. Former? You mean he's not a harbinger anymore?
I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way, so as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events... well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate...
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not...
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear.
Yeah, obvious!
Then let's put that discussion to the side for... Today can be a trial run. Where we go for...
All right.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch.
Nihita, are you...
Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to...
Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the balladeer used to be one of them, he was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. So I asked the balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar...
Exactly!
I understand. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone as Sumeru's deity. It is my responsibility to be on guard against the balladeer. But if this deal with the balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, it's my pleasure, really. I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the balladeer on my behalf even though he only has a fraction of his full power left. That's still a fraction of a former. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside. Great. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport...
Wow. It looks pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might—
Shut your beak, jailbird!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think—
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru. Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences. I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as—
Fine. Let's call it true.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you—
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even—
If there are no further objections, or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him. Wow. So this is the inside of Irminsul. Ooh. Paimon's never seen anything like this. And it feels like a sacred place.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat. Pick your jaws up off the floor.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the—
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Can you still sense where the heart—
Yes. Permission to—
Permission granted.
Let's go.
Hey, so...
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got— Anything's possible in here. You can't roll—
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
It looks the same in every direction. No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little? We're here.
What a huge tree!
Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Good, you made it.
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
The Balladeer's actually doing what Nahida
The rest is up to you.
Will do.
For once, we're the
Traveler, Paimon. Yes, I've also—
Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
That's part of it.
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great! So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladeer's a bit of a walking contradiction?
As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Perhaps today will be the day. Well done. Smart and... So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's...
Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out...
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out they're top...
If you mean the mysterious event...
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatara Suna's history is still unexplained. And...
Oh? How interesting.
So the guess they got...
Well, they guessed right about what...
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen. Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation. Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So...
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on
Wait! How did you know about that?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you. Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating... Huh?
This light. It looks similar...
Anonymous data.
Hey! Don't you forget the agreement! You have...
Shh! Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are...
There's no one else who can enter the furnace.
Is that so?
It's...
Whoa!
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now. You have under your leadership. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatara, the forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw skills.
Yes, well... Were you allowed Akame to take even now?
You flatter me.
So you say, Escher.
My goods.
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki... But that doesn't faze you, does it?
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere.
Mikoshi Nagamasa...
After all,
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine. Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a...
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging and I'm in charge here.
Judging from the look in your eye...
Drop the act! We're past that now. Whoever you are, I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A moment like this.
You...
You're a little I thought I'd disguise myself It's a long journey from Inazuma to And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity.
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other...
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this.
It's no trouble at all. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui.
The Fatui?
Just to create a...
That's it? That's why you...
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when my device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe. It is easier for a... Make no mistake, even without you, that...
He has nothing.
What a beautiful way to see the world. Think of me as I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your... Mr. Niwa? Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and infill... I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If you...
Hey!
Dottore. Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic? But why?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind.
Maybe so.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never... You know very well what that means.
Let's give him some space. He looks...
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident.
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabukimono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the Baladi after the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the Balladeer survived. He left, the mechanic answered. Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but the mechanic removed the whip. The Balladeer was stunned that he thought Niwa had completely...
Holy moly. So the doctor...
Yes.
Dottore, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend. It won't.
Hey, are you the...
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Tevat.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well,
Huh?
the reason why there are records about your sister in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was her first destination when she arrived in this world. Plus, she only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens...
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your sister for... I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you... Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul.
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Huh? What have you done?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, give me your hand. Can you hear my voice inside your head? No, I can't do anything like that anymore. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past? Done.
Huh? What the? What?
Nothing. I was just thanking him for helping me. So long. I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again. From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve—
Hey, Balladeer!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve—
Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Oh no,
Oh,
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer. What?
It was the Balladeer's fault.
I didn't think he'd be capable of some. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or.
Where the heck did he go?
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here. We're running out of time.
We're out! And we're at—
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you. I'm sorry, but this—
an emergency?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength here until I—
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible! Right! You can't just rewrite— It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. So, Paimon— Huh? Ah! Sorry. Paimon, but erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable! Is that really possible in Irminsul? Uh-oh. God, there's no way he'll actually succeed, right? There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any idea? Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But, so, alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Munstack grilled fish. Oh, and chicken mushroom skewers. Tea break pancakes. Cream stew. Sauteed matsutake. And Dragon chili chicken. Almond tofu. Satisfying salad. Oh, also Adeptus Temptation. Golden shrimp balls. Triple layered consomme. Lotus seed and bird egg soup. And... Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she— Is that a food? What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it so, the Balladeer? Okay, sure. Where are we going? Huh? Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like this is an emergency.
Ah, it's been a while. Of course. Go ahead. Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. The once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of the art of forging most of the great swordsmith clans of old. But fortunately, Kaedehara Kazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle, if my memory serves me right.
Oh, yeah, we learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden and...
In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these... He told me that, as we are both heirs to a... There is no harm in telling you the Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murder...
Vengeful?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day. And overseeing it, knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, the smith's death, though heroic. In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the Almighty, powerless and destitute, alas. Finally, in his fury, but when he came to the Kaedehara and Kami, that is why the Kaedehara...
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Kazuha? Why, yes. My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit. On to the next step!
Traveler, it's been a while. If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kami...
Are they out?
The Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the Commission...
What do you think? Shall we go in?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But...
We'll be heading in then.
Hello, dears. Of course. What would you like to know? Oh, they're both very well. As for the Commissioner...
So pretty much...
Very much.
Well, got any more questions?
You're very welcome. Miss Kamisato, I must say... Whenever the Commissioner died, the Commissioners, they say it's because Toma's a much better. They get to talk. Miss Kamisato, it's been many. As someone who is so in the future, if you... Wonderful.
Paimon likes it here. Paimon's itching to try it.
Of course.
All right, goodbye for now. We're great. Goodbye, ma'am. Don't worry.
All right.
Oh, are you two leaving already?
Yep, everything's taken.
Very well. Safe.
What's one more?
Yeah! Terra Smash! What? Yeah! 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 To dust!
Do my eyes deceive?
Xavier? What are you doing here?
I was in the general area and...
We have some questions and thought you might be able to...
Certainly do. If there's anything you want to know, just like the back of my hand. Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to... Oh, well, I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost...
A couple?
One was just in the last few years. The other... They say he was a mechanic who consult...
Hey, weren't you gonna ask...
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today. Feels like we've been preparing for a history exam or something.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up? Sure, go ahead. A kabuki mono? I do know the word. Inazuman for those... But sadly, I've never had the pleasure... Of course!
Oh, we're leaving?
Oh, you're most welcome. Farewell.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for. Sure, but keep your smile, Spinal Crocodile. Come on, you got it? All right.
Hey, it's them!
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
Indeed we are.
We have time.
It's the same topic we discussed.
Still looking for more info about Tatarasuna, huh?
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress. Huh?
I presume you'll want to read my...
Well, what do you think?
Hey, Traveler, remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished...
What did you find out?
It's a long story.
Wow. So...
Well. So it all... Ugh.
This new information...
Yes, okay.
And they're back at it.
Oh, so sorry. Look...
You're welcome.
Keep us in the loop if you find out anything.
Will do. Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time.
The balladeer? It sounds like some kind of... You look troubled. Traveler?
Hey, what's wrong? You look so upset.
That's quite a story. So, this puppet known as the balladeer erased himself from Ermin.
But how was he?
As the traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding... Nevertheless, it does make sense. If someone were to successfully erase themselves...
So, you believe this person really existed?
Yes. Theoretically speaking, it is possible that the traveler comes from a world beyond to that. That's why there's no information. So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you.
Paimon's having a hard time understanding that...
I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given. As for what kind of person you are... Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share? It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died. Once the balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, he couldn't keep hating humans after that. The story makes sense. The balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the doctor's help. He was unsuccessful. That power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul, and...
Yeah, it just feels so hopeless. He gave...
Please wait a moment. Found it. This should be the one. It turns out that I have a strange way of confirming...
What is it?
A record from a personal collection. You should take a look.
Is this a fairy tale?
I authored this record
Huh? You wrote a fairy tale?
When combined with the traveler's narrative...
Hold on. So this record survived from the...
Yes. Any information about the balladeer or the kabuki mono and other records will have been changed. Changing the information in Irminsul, but Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must have written this...
That's incredible!
And sending the traveler into Irminsul with the balladeer must have been a further precaution. This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the present information recorded in Irminsul. But if we connect all the different pieces together... There was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. The monster found a family of foxes, joined them, and they became friends. The monster lived with the family day and night, and once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself as it gazed at its But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree, what the kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender. Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit up. A gray fox stood up and addressed. The monster smiled. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, the fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon. Never again would it cherish a single how it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that they...
We solved it!
I remember now. This is not just the balladeer story. It is to become a god. He was experimented on and modified countless times. It was brutal torture, and the only reason he was able to survive is this memory was extracted from him by the scholars. Presumably, creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it. I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it.
It's hard to believe that this person really existed. Paimon has no memory of him at all.
The balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, before he vanished, he confirmed an important detail. We still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui, but in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own harbinger.
It sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around.
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. So the answer is not everything. When you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny. To others looking on, this may never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of wisdom is, and that is what you have been doing all along.
Yeah, Nahita's right. Cheer up.
Good idea. Paimon, why don't you take him out?
You got it. Come on, Traveler. You need to... Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar. That'll be sure to lift our spirits.
There's a few things I'd like to look into.
It must be really tough being the only one who remembers all that. But Paimon's always here to help cheer you up. What should we eat first? Hey, are you gonna answer or what? Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. What is it? Have you...
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look, here.
Hey! Hey, wait!
Hmm? You mean me?
No, not you. That kid. Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. I think you're right. Maybe it's...
Who's that guy? You know him or something? He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you... I don't want to take advantage, so...
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me.
You're welcome, I guess.
Leave it to me. I'll...
Stop. I'm gonna... You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is...
That's right. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get...
Hey! What do we do now? Okay, stay out of sight.
I've got great food.
Yeah.
Even though you say he's the balladeer... Oh, alright.
This should be enough. Guess I should walk. Huh? You two over there. Is there some... You've been following me all the way from the city. Have we met before? No, we haven't met. But you know me? I have no recollection.
Are you
Sorry, but I just can't take your...
a puppet?
Huh?
You were right.
I guess you do know me after all. That is not something I share with a lot of people. Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important. Okay, but please let me deliver the...
Are you really working for that guy?
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm. And he let...
That's...
Let me take these back. Then
Then let's return to the...
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them right here.
Oh, you really went and picked some more.
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me.
I was just about to pay you anyway.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world. Like you had nowhere to be and didn't even care that it was raining. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not.
But I don't... No. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds...
Thank you. All right, done.
How's everything going with your thesis?
I should be able to publish it.
Well, Azar was one of your thesis advisors. Honestly, I was...
The newly appointed acting grand sage reviewed all of our...
Acting grand...
Yeah, I heard, but it's all thanks to him that our research result, once my paper is published...
They're really out of their minds, making...
Take it easy, Professor.
Fool! Do you think He was one of my students, but he rarely attended class. When I asked him about it, he retorted that, "What brazen arrogance!"
Professor, don't get so worked.
Psst. Want to hear a secret? I've heard...
Really? Someone named Alhaitham. There's also a Vahumana scholar.
Oh,
is he...
Wow. Some people are... Hey!
The Matra.
The Matra?
I'm Ilias. I have to talk to him.
In the state you're in? Why don't you tell...
No, I have to tell them myself. Sorry, can you lend me your arm?
Since you put it... should be back at the Academia. Let's go find him. Nahida!
What's wrong? Huh? Are you?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything.
You say that you are trekking across Teyvat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves...
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like... But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called,
Oh, like a past life?
Yes, something far more distant than the past.
Okay, I have to... Oh, okay. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence in my previous incarnation. If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be, but I'll be able to handle it.
Is truth something you can...
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you nearly died because of what other people did. And many died because of you. As a non-human being, you drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you... Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely, and each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time.
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough.
It seems like my previous incarnation.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but...
If we were enemies...
This is so frustrating! This guy's... he's got so much to answer for, but...
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom...
Yes, it's all true. I can...
Please, I want to see them for myself.
Even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name. There is nothing in this world for me to cling to fill the void.
Very well.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on...
Don't worry. Whatever...
Traveler, could I ask you to
Oh, good point. Given your...
Understood.
Thank you.
No matter what lies ahead... No matter what lies ahead...
It's time to get...
This looks like Inazu...
Right now, you're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memories. These memories will show you the raw truth.
Sounds like an immersive experience.
You don't need to do this for me.
We never give up halfway.
All right.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after...
Is that because
you...
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. No, there's no way. You're awake. No.
This man is Katsuragi.
And the rest is history.
In the original version of events...
Let me get you out of here.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor, as the second in command, but Katsuragi had...
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks...